you. You're not alone. You're not invited. If anybody's there, let me know if you can hear me. Hi, Ellie, can you hear me? Ellie, can you hear me? Great. I know what happened. I left my, well, this is weird though. Listen, I left my Bluetooth on, and when I looked at it, the volume, when I looked at that setting, the volume was going up and down, like by itself. So I'm not sure what was going on. Anyway, it's fixed. And here we are again with 4 people. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming back. Ellie, you're a managing moderator, so that means you'll be that for good, right? I mean, not for good, but I mean every time we're together, every time you're in my chat, it'll stay on that setting is what I'm asking you. Okay, thanks. All right, so we'll just watch the church for a while because I love that. Hello. Yes, Bosk, no problem. Ellie, do we have a delay? And also, do you have the power as a managing moderator to put it to set the audience settings like subscribers only? Can you do that for me, please? I forgot, and I don't want to start over again, and I don't know how to do it from here. Thank you. You guys, I'm gonna be really sad if the sound was messed up when I walked in. Could you hear what she said to me? Hi, Peter. Oh, good. Okay, could you hear her well? It wasn't like all muted, was it? Oh, I don't know if you guys could see or not, but there was somebody, a Sea Org member, sitting at a desk behind her. I'm gonna have to relook at it when I'm done streaming. And the lady, the young woman that was sitting at the desk behind Barbie said, when I said, "Can I see the movie?" She was like, "Yeah." She was like all excited that I was in there. She was shaking her head and smiling because she's never seen me before, obviously. She was like, "Yeah," like she couldn't believe someone came in off the street and asked to see the movie. But, you know, Barbie knows what I'm up to. So, unfortunately, I don't know what she thought I was going to do in the movie, like boo or something. Or be grossed out by L. Ron Hubbard's teeth. Or David Miscavige's bald head. Like, where's his wife? Sometimes I hear creators talk about the Shelley situation, and it's like, oh, what's the big deal? She just got sent out to a job she loves, a lazy primo job, and nobody in their right mind wants to go live in the desert alone. You know, I don't know that she's alone, but like there's nothing healthy about her not being able to be seen, even by the people that love her most in the world. Yeah, Barbie said, I know what you're doing. She also said, what else? She said, no, you can't come in because we know who you are. We know what you're doing. So I was like, what am I doing? And she just backed me out. If you stay after they say you have to leave, then you can get arrested for trespassing. Usually you won't hear, though, in my experience. They just give you a ticket. All are welcome, but not people with purple hair. And it's a cult sign. See, this was sticking out of my backpack. Monty's It's a Cult sign. So yeah, they kind of do know who I am and what I'm doing. But so what? I mean, aren't churches supposed to like try to convert you or something? All the ones I've been to did. And they were so happy to have. The only exception to that was a mosque that I went to when I was in Bloomington, Indiana. And I went with a regular member who was like this wonderful, amazing friend of mine who had been there for years, and she was told I was not welcome because of the color of my skin. You know, they would not have let me in there even if I didn't have a camera. I just had the camera on for you guys. If you got, you know, I would have walked in without the camera. I don't care. They still wouldn't have let me be here. Go in there. There's no way. And all the people that come out that are willing to speak with Trash and I, we ask them questions, and they always come around to saying, well, why don't you just go in and ask? We always say, because they won't let us in. If you look, so you guys, they've owned their Ideal Org building on Printers Row on, it's like 650 Clark, down by the Federal Building, I think. It's in Printers Row. But I used to work on Clark, State and Randolph. And it's down in that area. But they've owned that since 2007. They announced that was going to be an Ideal Org and be rehabbed consistent with the old architecture in 2007. So, and they just have never managed to open it. Nope, you're right, Tim. They don't know what they're doing. Oh, there goes one. There goes one. It's a cult. You know what I'm doing. I'm here to warn you. The thing is, this door is so old that I think I told you guys this last time I was here. It's always open a crack, so they hear everything I say. I need a new list of things to say, though. I'm getting tired of hearing myself talk. Yes, it is, Ozzy. It's a cult. I'm so glad you guys are here. Okay, so does anybody hear anything about DOA? I'm sorry to keep asking. I wonder... a lot of times, if there's a contested hearing, on the criminal call here, they'll hold it over to the 1 o'clock call, the afternoon call. So that could be what happened with him. Does anybody know what happened with DOA yet? Oh, hearts. That's so sweet. Yeah, he's probably last on the call. They're trying to avoid a scene, bad publicity, and they hate crowd control. more than almost anything in courthouses. Because if you ever go in a courthouse, I don't know how it is there, but in the Midwest, our sheriffs, so all of the staff in the courts here are sheriffs. They're with the sheriff's office, they're sheriff's deputies. And they are usually, those are very cush jobs, right? Because there's just not, there's a lot going on, but not for them. And so they get real chubby and like they're used to sitting around, and whenever they're asked to take somebody that doesn't want to be taken into custody or something, or drag somebody out of the holding cell to go to court, they get like all sweaty. And so I'm sure that's a long way of saying they're holding him over to the end so there's no scene and there's no crowd control issues. And I'm seriously wondering if they're letting the public in. Has anybody said? Has anybody said if they're allowing the public into the courtroom where DOA is? You hardly ever see public here even, you guys. It's very rare. This is all Sea Organization people. And I'm wondering if that chick that just walked in with the suitcase is, oh, who knows, is one of those execs that's supposed to be firing back. I hate that language. I can't stand it. I refuse to use it. The returning teams that needed 4 years of brainwashing to be adequately trained. Sorry about the wind. I wonder if she was one of them with her little suitcase. I'll have to ask if she comes back out. I don't see any moving trucks. How big is an e-meter? I saw one of the ones that Liz had. After I was done filming and got mad last time and I was so cold and shaky, is the wind too loud, you guys? 30 by 50 by 15. Hard shell briefcase. I did see, I just thought that was like an old one. And the new ones were smaller. Well, wow, it's pretty windy out here. I'm surprised you can't hear it. I'm sorry about the sound earlier. I'll get better. I can't wait till I get my gimbal. It's gonna be, it'll be so still you'll think I'm frozen and sitting in a volcano. Hello. So fat hipster. Are you really a hipster? Yeah, I saw the e-meter come out of that giant case that Liz had. But again, I thought her stuff was from somebody that dropped the body in, like it was from the 1970s or something. Oh, speaking of which, I found out that this building, Scientology has been here in the spot since 1974. And I found some old interviews with, oh, hipster, if you're in Chicago, you must come here. Are you in Chicago still? Or you're just native Chicago? If people say you're a hipster, you must change your wardrobe. Well, if you're down there, are you working? You should come up here, dude. It's not that far. We need help. I mean, I need help in all kinds of ways. As the comments bear out, I have a main character disorder. Wow, somebody went down in that gross breezeway, you guys. If you've seen it, you know why I say it's gross. Tim, are those tiles really bugging you? Let's look at them really closely then. Here. Oh my goodness, look at that. Is there anything else you guys want to see? I usually walk around and give you, a tour of the area, but I've done it so many times. What's the point? I went in for you today. I risked arrest for you crazy anti-Scientologist squirrels. Here comes a really, really cute dog. He's so cute. Look, there he goes. Run away from Scientology. It's a cult. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Nothing on Lara? Okay. Oh, good for you. So Fat Hipster said he put a lot of Aftermath cards on the new location on Clark and in Pruners Row. And last time a friend was there, which was just like a few days, maybe 4 or 5 days ago, the plastic was still over the Scientology sign. Is that still so? You know what? When we started, you guys, things have changed a lot since we started. When we came here, I don't know if you guys saw this live, but Trash and I bet when we came here one time, and they learned their lesson now, all these, here, let me get a little closer. All of these blinds, these are mini blinds in the windows, and this is the entire front of the building. The door has some kind of paper on it, and then mini blinds, and then this hideous demonstration of horrible writing. Then more mini blinds on that door. That door's locked at all times. And there's more mini blinds. When we first came here, there was none of that, right? It was all open and you could see. And then I think the second or third time we came, it was open and you could see. And Trash and I bet, how long will it take them to close them? And it was less than 1 minute. They turned up the music, the sound. They played that stupid Scientology TV shit. And then, and they closed all the mini blinds. It was less than 1 minute. It's like, I don't know. I don't know how they know, but they do. Okay, so you guys, this is the second time I've lived since I hit 1,000. I'm so excited about 1,000 subscribers. And all my friends, thank you, Ellie. All my friends are like, why are you doing this? What are you doing? And then they ask me, well, oh, you have a YouTube channel? How many subscribers do you have? And I go, I was finally able to say 1,000. And they said, how many thousands? It was like, 1, isn't that awesome? Like, yes, good job. And then they run away. I got to see this. You guys, I can't. Hold on. We got to look at this. Let's go see. So I believe that they are cleaning the shitty breezeway, finally, that they have left and that we keep making fun of. Hello. Are you guys working here? In this right here?
It's these right here. To the left. Yeah, 3 black.
Are those offices or condos up there?
Condos, I think they're all sold.
I love this neighborhood. I'm filming, but I'm not filming you.
Those are over $1 million a piece.
Are they really?
Yeah, that's what they say.
Everything's so expensive in this neighborhood.
It's a nice area, but
Man, who can live here anymore? I mean, wouldn't you want at least a yard for that kind of money?
20 acres.
Right?
And a lake and so much.
Yeah. And a Cadillac.
Exactly.
Have a good day. Ma'am, I hate it when people call me ma'am. This is how they see us all the time. Hello! I wish you guys could wave. Yeah, everyone's on pins and needles, right? About DOA. You mods are so awesome. Thank you. Well, have a good day at work, Fat Hipster. We'll see you next time. Are you guys interested in knowing what my what my average viewer is? My average viewer is, look at these apartments up here. I'm just showing you the building, the whole building, that's all. We're not looking inside anything. We're looking at the building. The new building is 6 stories, and it's a multi-million-dollar building, and it's quite nice, very beautiful. There was somebody who sent me an email at Proton, and he said he was going to be here today. So maybe somebody new will show up and you won't have to listen to me anymore. Hey, you guys. What would you like to see? Oh yeah, I was going to tell you, my average viewers. Okay. So I understand that about, you know what, Jennifer? I knew that about the South because I grew up with a girl whose parents were from the South. And whenever they called her name, like, I can't even remember her name, like Christy or whatever, she would say, ma'am, or if it was her dad, she would say, sir. And we thought that was so funny because nobody did that. Like, our parents were hippies. They were all, first of all, we never saw them because they were out, you know, either working a lot, going to school in my case. They were still in college, smoking weed, you know, dropping acid. We used to skinny dip, I mean, with our parents. Because it was considered a very, like, edgy thing. Anyway, so my average viewer is 70. Oh, it's getting better, actually. So I'm like 64% male and most of the rest female. The age is between like 25 and 40. That's the majority, and it's about equal. Between like 25, 35 and 35 and 45. Those two groups are equal, and those are the majority. My viewers, they don't tell me yet because there's not enough information to say if what other channels my subscribers watch. What do you guys watch? I know I'm guessing growing up in Scientology, and then a bunch of streamers, right? Raised in Alaska, I watch a person that lives in a truck. Actually, an old Defender. I think she said 27-year-old Defender. And I love watching her. She travels all over with her dog. And her dog was recently diagnosed with leukemia, so she's been in Alaska for the last 5 months, kind of stuck during the winter. But Alaska's gorgeous. I love it. Yes, I actually started all this by watching Streets. Since I worked for the state's attorney's office, I'll tell you a story. The very first case I worked on, at 26 and Cal, there was a cop that was a witness in our case, and the first chair was talking to them and asked, and we were going to trial. And the first chair asked the person, the cop that was our witness, how did you find these guys? And the cop's answer was, how do you want us to have found these guys? And the first chair said, Shannon, go get lunch. So ever since then, I have known without a doubt that the police need citizen supervision. So I started by watching Streets and other cop watching. God, I love the police auditors, the First Amendment auditors that get into it with the police. Oh, we would do that here. Hey, how's it going? We would do that here, but they don't want to get into it with us. They really don't. They don't care about the stupid Scientology stuff. Okay. God, I wish we knew what was going on. See ya. I wish we knew what was going on with DOA. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. Guys, I have to go plug in. I'm gonna go get a cup of coffee, plug in, and it'll take my phone about a half hour, and then I will resume. I'm gonna stay here late tonight, I think. I don't know, maybe somebody will come join me and I won't have to be scared to walk in the alley or have people yelling at me. Did you see the comments? Don't you ever do that again. It was very cute and I was touched because they're like, don't you ever do that again. You know better than that. Don't you ever go in that alley alone again. It's so sweet. It really touched my heart. Are you, Dylan? Did you hear anything? No, it does not show you where your watchers are located. That's good. That's a good question. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, it does. It does. It shows percentages. They're located all over the world. Okay, but the vast majority are 3 places: Canada, US, and Germany, oddly. And after Germany is Australia. So it's in this order: US, Canada, Germany, Australia, and then just everywhere you can think of, pretty much. Well, Hans Christian, was there a groundswell behind the government outlawing Scientology? I know it was a while ago, but do you have any insights about how that was accomplished? I mean, perhaps, Scientology hides behind the First Amendment. We have the First Amendment. And authorities, from the DOJ to the FBI to the local police, are afraid of piercing the religion bubble because they don't understand the First Amendment, especially when it comes to commercial enterprises like Scientology. It's not a religion. We all know this. It is as L. Ron Hubbard said himself, he was selling people a piece of blue sky. He did it to get rich. And if you read Barefaced Messiah, you'll see that that's the case. And I guess he succeeded in getting wealthy to some extent, but he spent a lot of money. I don't really know. I don't think anybody really knows what he did with the money because they were running around with cash and briefcases and whatnot. But oh, I didn't see Jessica hiking. Well, yeah, I'd be scared for her too. I'm not Jessica though. Like I'm much bigger than she is, so I would be a lot harder to carry off somewhere. And I don't know. I'm just different. Old, stuck in my ways. So yeah, we hide behind the First Amendment. And certainly in Germany, So in Germany, you don't have that setup. In Germany, you can't hide any wrongdoing behind religion, behind the First Amendment. So is there tax exemption for churches in Germany? Don't worry, guys, we're just biding our time. They wait for us to leave before they all start running out. So a lot of times we'll go around the corner and like peek, and then everybody starts coming out at once, running to cars and all that. And we come running down here, and they're like, damn it. And we yell stuff at them. But so we're just biding our time. It's not that I want to yell at them. I want them to think. And I want them to be confronted with what they are actually participating in. That this is not a religion. This is a scheme. It's a get rich on other people's shoulders scheme. It's about abusing children and using children as ways of making money and stealing their childhoods, preventing them from getting any kind of meaningful education, and, taking people from other countries, promising them citizenship, stealing their passports, and then kicking them out when they finally get found out by immigration. Like, it's human trafficking. People don't understand what that means. It means that when people break the law, they move them to another country or another state to avoid getting prosecuted, and they move people to avoid government repercussions for, immigration, breaking immigration laws, and they use people as slave labor. So $47, I don't care where you live, is not a living wage. $47 a week is not a living wage anywhere. We have freedom of religion, and tax exemption can be granted. You need to have 10,000 disciples before you can apply for it. Scientology never got that big in Germany. You're kidding. 5 to 8 is best guess. Wow. When Aaron was naming off the orgs, and are you a Scientologist? Excuse me, can you answer questions about your church? Do you know that you guys traffic human beings? God, idiots. They make me so mad. It was like, he named off 5 different orgs in Germany because he was saying, we need a lot of people in Germany. And I'm like, how can there be, well, I guess it's an empty building. That's how. They just have all these empty buildings. So that was a Sea Org member. I'm sure you guys know that, but that's what they look like. Yeah, they're bringing people. Serge is a perfect example. I mean, Serge's parents were Mexican immigrants, if I'm not mistaken. And they basically came here and allowed, this is a delivery guy, and allowed Scientology to have him. Yeah, that's true, Tim. They do get caught in a squat. Or what did they say? 3 hots in a cot, not a squat. Maybe that too. When Mike Brown talks about the conditions his mom, Rosemary, was in, it's just disgusting. Just impossible to believe that people would treat the elderly that way. Hello. Also, you guys might find it interesting that we've never seen any of the Nation of Islam people since the time we talked to Daniel. I don't know if they drove them off and stuck them in a hole somewhere or what happened. Okay, let's see. There are about 1,300 members in Bavaria, mostly Munich. That's the number, the BND estimates, research from last week. What's the BND? Yeah, just like any jail, exactly. I'm just biding my time, waiting to hear about DOA and waiting to jump on these people like a spider monkey. Just kidding. It's all metaphorical. I'm just saying. To speak with them. Ask them citizen journalist questions. Like, it doesn't matter what you ask. You could say, Can I ask you a question? It's always silence and pursed lips. You can ask them, how long have you been a Scientologist? And they don't want to answer. I think we had 2 people or 3 people total answer that question, and they all got yelled at by Barbie and dragged back into the building. Why won't immigration look into children living in this building? Why won't they look into it? We've reported it. I'm speaking for myself, have reported it. Why won't the DOJ look into what's going on with Scientology's finances, all the securities fraud and the bank fraud and the credit card fraud? It's like, some single man on the south side of Chicago collects his dead mom's social security check for a month and he goes to prison. Scientology takes out loans without people's permission in their names and nothing happens. I can't understand it. I mean, really, the only way I can reconcile is that it's this, separation of church and state stuff. Yeah, so Homeland Security, the FBI, the Department of Justice, they should all be involved here with investigating Scientology. And that's why they hate us so much. They know what we're doing, don't forget. They know. I can't think of her name or his name. I apologize. I think it's a her, who always sends me, it's the name, I believe this is Scientology Sucks. There's one really funny person that sends me comments with these like googly eyes and says, I'm watching you. Are you harassing the trash can again? And I love those. They're all funny. There's been an incident in the courtroom, apparently. 2 sheriffs jumped a prisoner, broke his leg. What? Bunden Snack Richtendenster? Homeland Security. Boy, it must have been hard for you to learn English, because I could never learn German. So Trish, is this true? Is this verified? You're talking about an incident in the courtroom where DOA is? Or is this unrelated? How are Scientologists allowed to do what they do if they're banned in Germany? Can you explain that? Mr. Hans Christian? Trish, what is going on? Please explain. My battery has very little life left in it, you guys, so you know when I'm gone, I'm coming back after a half hour if you're interested. Look at this dog, sniffing Scientology. Keep the dog away, it's a cult. There you are, Windy City. Okay. Boy, I really hope I get to meet somebody new today. Wouldn't that be fun? Have you looked in? No, I have not looked into Jehovah's Witness, but I've had a lot of people write me about them. Okay, let's see. Yes. There was Unprovoked. Mindy came and gave an update. I can't look. Trish, I can't look at anybody's stream right now. Oh, God. You're welcome. It's only the numbers for Bavaria. I'm Moravian, not Baravian. Although I do have German in me, which I just found out with my DNA. Have you ever looked into less flashy Scientology? So, Apollo, you're not the one that writes to me about Jehovah's Witnesses, are you? Because I do have another subscriber that does, and that person has really educated me about that. But I know nothing, very, very little, only what she's told me. Yes, pack it up. Everybody pack it up. They can hear us, through the door, but let's see. They can essentially hide behind many of the provisions we have. They give extra freedom for other religions. Oh, huh. That's funny because the press always says that they're banned in Germany. That's funny. So by banned, are they just talking about they don't have enough people to qualify for a tax exemption, or what are they talking about? Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to go. I hope you come back, Hans, because this is fun. I hope you all come back. I'll be back in about a half hour. See you soon. Love you. Mwah. Love you.